Hey guys, welcome back to Chris B, Agent Investor Pro. On this very special edition, more than ever, buyer agents need this. This is your buyer agent survival guide for 2020. This is a very important video that I wanted to make for you to watch and learn for beginners as a buyer agent in 2020. This is a systematic, tactical action plan to take you from A to Z, soup to nuts, working with your buyers for success. And trust me, 95% of the agents out there are absolutely not doing this. And you need to implement this stuff now. So get out your pen, take a look at this video. This is going to be a step-by-step template for you to perform at an extremely high level as a buyer agent. You are going to master, by implementing the steps that I'm going to show you today as a buyer agent, you will be perceived and held at an extremely high level as a competent buyer's agent in today's market. Now, let's get into the action plan step by step. Look, guys, there's no mystery on what a top performer buyer agent does day in and day out, other than taking the time to prepare for your clients in advance and showing up and to perform at a very high level. This flavor that I've put together over the last 4.5 years has proven to be extremely successful for me and resulted in over 100 closed real estate transactions, resulting in over $56 million in closed real estate sales. I want you to take this extremely seriously because it is. Your livelihood depends on it. Your clients depend on it. Your family depends on it. Okay, before your appointment, you're going to get a lead. And by the way, we're not going to get into buyer's consultation today. This is assuming you've already taken the time to do a proper buyer's consultation. Okay, so if you haven't done that, well, I mean, there's going to be circumstances that you haven't, and you're going to jump in and get people in front of the property, but you need to drill down and you need to get to know them for obvious reasons. Now, the first step that I do in making these presentations marquee and hold my clients paramount to all others is obviously researching the property, knowing the comps, knowing the area, knowing the square footage, the beds, the baths, the fit and finish quality character of the particular property. Is it a 1950 property? Is it new construction? How was it built? How's the plumbing? How's the electric? I'm going to try to fact find all of this information prior to getting to the property, set up that showing appointment. Okay, now let's take a look at exactly what I put together in my presentation. All right, and remember guys, the reason why that we do this for our buyers is so that they can soak in the information. All anybody wants in life is information to make an educated decision. You're helping them by taking the time to prepare for this. Now, I operate at a little bit more of an advanced level, so if you're new to real estate and new being a buyer's agent, you're gonna have to come up with your own logos and graphics and your sales history and things like that. So you can copy what you see me do for the time being for what works best. But before I get into revealing and showing you the folder that I've put together, I just want to take a moment to talk about mindset. You know, it's great and it's a necessity. You have to take time to prepare and get ready for your showing, for your appointment, to represent your buyers, to meet your buyers, to know about the property. But remember something for a minute, you know, and it's all well and fine that we're real estate agents and buyers agents and sellers agents and investors. That's great. Just remember something for a minute and just take a step back. It is more relevant in 2020 to take the time to be prepared than ever before. And remember, we're in the service industry. We just happen to be selling real estate. Think about that for a minute. I'm going to say that again. We're in service. We just happen to be selling real estate. And I think if you let that resonate and think about it, you're going to be a lot more comfortable going forward on these presentations and buying appointments. Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to take you through page by page and explain why I put this together in this very particular way, why buyers absorb it and take it in better so you can present it in your own voice when you're at your showing. All right, check it out. All right, guys, so sorry about the glare here, but you can see. So the first thing that I did, obviously I have this nice folder. You can get these online. They're pretty cheap. I think I pay $1 a piece for them. I've got my company, my name, obviously, my phone number, and my email address. And you're going to find that throughout this packet, it's plastered everywhere. The more people see your name and number and email address, your contact information, it's going to embed in their brain, okay? And this is what you want. And again, showing up with this well thought out and put together package versus showing up with some, flimsy hot sheet, just a black and white MLS listing. It's the difference between pro and amateur, okay? So take a look at what we got here. I got to hold this kind of thick because it is pretty, it's pretty heavy here. We got some robust information in here. Okay, so we're opening this up. Now, on the right side, obviously I've got my business card here. I've got the property information, and now I've got my social proof over here, okay? So this is how I like to present it. First of all, I'm showing up early to the presentation, okay? Whether I'm on the sell side or the buyer side, but let's talk about just being the buyer side. Okay, so in this package, when I meet my client at the property, I'm going to take them through before going in, because you would be surprised how many listing agents do not have any marketing material, or even worse, you get in there and they just have absolute diarrhea of the mouth. It's horrible. And I've seen this happen way too many times, and I do not let that happen. I take control of this for my buyers. Okay, so this particular one, this is a listing of mine. So obviously what I'm going to do here is the MLS sheet and print in color. You're showing this property's $585,000. Print in color. Don't print black and white. No one wants to see that. Okay, so look, you need to get good at graphics. There's a million programs you can do. You can do it on an app. You can do it on your Mac or Dell or whatever you use. Take the time to put something sexy together. Okay, your buyers are demanding it, okay? Give them something to take home. Look, I've got all the quick hit information right here. State-of-the-art kitchen, master bath, the stats. Again, my information, it's all over the place. And a nice picture of the property and property address. The reason why I do this, and I know this is going to vary state to state, but these MLS sheets, these are so archaic to look at. Buyers aren't used to looking at these. You need to make it easy for them. Again, all anybody wants is information to make an educated decision. Make it easy for them. Again, we're in service. We just happen to be selling real estate. So be professional. All right, so here's your MLS sheet, of course, okay? Now, floor plans, anything that the sellers or seller agent puts on the MLS, fact sheets, floor plans, videos, anything like that. You can't print a video, but I have a really, really cool trick. So stick around to the end on how I do it, and you can use it too. It's really cool. So, floor plans. First floor, second floor, third floor. This one actually has a rooftop deck. And I'll go over this with my buyer in front of the property before going in. And I will say, this is for you, just in case the seller agent does not have any information in there. You can thumb through it. Here's the quick hit information. This is for you to take home later on. And I'll quickly take them through that. It takes maybe 20 seconds. And then I'll say to them, look, and here's the official MLS printed out. Now look, when you print it out from your MLS, it's going to give you your picture, all your information on there. So there's just another form of identification for them to see, especially if you've not met this person before. Sometimes that happens. You get a referral, you get a lead. You want to get them into the property as soon as possible. I'm not saying do not do a consultation. It is paramount that you do a proper buyer's consultation. Your career is... you can really tarnish your career by not doing so. Now, they're going to see list price, the specs on it. I'll spare you that at home. Flip this over. And I'm going to give them some other information. I'm going to give them the Redfin estimate, okay? I'm going to give them the Zillow estimate. In this case, Zillow did a little bit nicer job. By the way, I'm going to highlight the views, the saves, that this ranks #1 in the area, the price, the estimate, the flex estimate, and the price change in the last 30 days. And I'm going to highlight that. Because as they look at this at home, you want to make sure that their eyes can hit this stuff. You don't want anything lost in translation. And of course, I always provide at least one comp so they have something to compare it to. And I'll highlight, if you can see that there, list price, sale price. I'll put a green checkbox off on it so I know they're going to see it. And this, sorry about the second page here. And I'll make sure that they see that it was, you know, 1 day to offer, and because cash deal too. Okay. So again, I'm going to tell them, look, save this, put it away next to you. This is for you to take home and review later. And then I'll say, look, I wanted to also give you some recent sold properties. Now look, this is an area that I work pretty heavily, so I do have a lot of sales. Again, they're going to see my name, my phone number, a picture of me, everything that I've sold and closed recently. Then I'm going to give them my annual sales. This is my 2019 sales, little marketing. Some other solds in that area. Okay. Now I'm going to take it to the next level. I'm going to actually print out, I do this by screenshot. I screenshot out my total all-time sales, my trailing 12-month sales, and again, they're going to see my picture up there. It's just another form of social proof. Because look, when I show up, I'm coming out strong. Forget about this. I'm showing up with a black and white MLS piece of paper. You want to be robust, okay? All right, and then I'll just give them another view from my Zillow profile where it's got a little write-up on me. That way there I'm not standing there blowing hot air at them, thinking that I'm all high and mighty. Okay, now, and this is a real important one, okay? This is a buyer's guide that I wrote. It's 18 pages long. I'll generally tell them to skip past the first 7 or 8 pages, and I'll usually fold it back, and I didn't on this, so sorry about that, guys. Guide to purchasing a home. And I'll say, look, and this is more important, either, okay, so if I did the buyer consultation, most likely, well, I find that a lot of times people don't read through this, but this is the basics in a nutshell. If there's any seasoned agents watching this, you know that there's a lot more involved with it, but I always print it out twice to give to my buyers. Once at the buyer's consultation, once at minimum at the first showing with them. And hopefully that ends up on their coffee table, my name and numbers all over the place. So, and then I'll give them a quick timeline hit like, hey guys, look, just so you know, this is what we're about to embark upon. This is a great prop to put on your refrigerator and on a magnet there. That way there, when we do get a offer accepted, you can have this go to and go, oh yeah, that's where we're at in the deal. Okay. And then it's just, I make it a habit. I always give my buyers recommendations for consumers and facts for consumers as well. All right, so there you have it, guys. From A to Z, soup to nuts, that is a proper professional buyer's takeaway to give on your showings. I guarantee you, if you start implementing this today, in 2020, every time, don't waver for it. You're going to close more deals. Your buyers are going to be ecstatic that you took the time. They're going to thank you. They're going to, geez, thanks. I really appreciate that. And if you haven't had the chance to meet with them for a consultation, that's the nail in the coffin. I guarantee you, if you follow up with, hey guys, what'd you think of the property? And if you haven't had the chance to have a buyer's consultation, after putting all the effort, time, preparation into making that buyer packet, your clients are going to be more apt to meeting with you in an office for that private one-on-one consultation. All right, guys, I hope this helped you tremendously. I know that over the course of my career in the last 4.5 years, it has absolutely helped propel me to get to the level of sales that I'm doing now. If you like this information, please hit the like button, subscribe, and the bell notification. I thank you, thank you, thank you. You rule for doing it, and I promise to keep pumping out this kind of content to propel your career in real estate for 2020. All right, peace out and see you on the next one.